Today, we are going to do controlling part 1. And in this, we are going to study controlling and its importance. Now, what is controlling? Students often feel that controlling is the last function. It is not the last function. It is the fifth function that brings us back to planning. Now, what is controlling? Controlling is that function which ensures that all the activities that are going on in the organization, they are according to the organizational goals, that the organizational goals are being achieved. And controlling is a pervasive function. Everybody has to do it at every level, all type of organizations. Each and every person in the organization has to do this function. This is one of the primary functions that a person has to perform. Every manager has to perform. And controlling is both forward looking as well as backward looking. Now, whatever mistakes have been made, those are studied and they're rectified. So these mistakes have already been made. That means it is looking backward. And after studying the mistakes, so that these mistakes are not repeated in future, it is called forward looking also. So controlling prepares us for the future by looking at whatever mistakes have been made in the past. Now, controlling has got 6 importance. So we are going to do them one by one. First is accomplishing organizational goals. So in this function of controlling, all the deviations are brought to light and corrective action is taken. So let us say a worker was told to make 10 units and he made only 7 units. So there's a deviation of 3 units that is brought to light only under the function of controlling. And why did he make 3 units less? What was the reason? That is found and corrective action is taken. So with the help of controlling, organizational goals can be achieved. Then the second importance is judging accuracy of standards. Sometimes the standards set may not be realistic, or due to the changing circumstances, the standards should also change. For example, a manager wanted to set target for the workers. He wanted to see how many units can one worker make in one day. So he called the best worker and told him to start making the units. And the best worker could make 50 units by half time. So the manager automatically decided that if he is making 50 units by half time, 100 units can be made in the entire day, and therefore the target was 100 units. Next day, when the best worker could not make 100 units, even he could make only 90 units, and an average worker could only make about 70 units. Now, why was this so? Because the manager called the best worker. He should have called the average worker. And even the best worker who made 50 units in the first half, second half, even he could make only 40, because your efficiency goes down, you do get tired, fatigued, etc. And even the best worker could actually make only 90 units. And the average worker could make 40 units in the first half and 30 units in the second half. And therefore, an average worker could make only 70 units. So therefore, the manager had to revise the standards. So it is only through controlling that you come to know how accurate the standards are. Then the third importance is efficient use of resources. So it's only through controlling. Controlling is not only quantitative, but qualitative also. So you give the job to that person who's more suited for that, the person who's got training for that. So when a person is properly trained in a particular job, there will be less wastage and spoilage, and therefore this ensures efficient utilization of resources. And the next importance is improving employee motivation. Now, when the employees are told much in advance what they have to do, they have the target in front of them and they're able to achieve it, then it gives them a sense of motivation. For example, if a worker is told that he has to make 10 units and he knows that he has to make 10 units by the end of the day, the moment he makes 10 units, he knows now I've achieved the target and my boss is going to be happy with him. But suppose you don't tell him how many he has to make. So by the end of the day, he makes 8 units and the supervisor comes and says, why did you make 8 units? You were supposed to make 10. And he was not told that he had to make 10. So he will feel quite dissatisfied, because had he known that he had to make 10 units, he would have worked towards that. So controlling actually increases employee motivation by telling them in advance what is to be done so that they are able to achieve the standards that have been set for them. Then ensuring order and discipline. So controlling the various devices like CCTV camera, etc. So the camera could be installed in the factory and the manager could be sitting in his office and checking on how the workers are doing and what the workers are doing through his office itself. He doesn't have to stand on their head. He can, through remote control, he can check what is happening. So this ensures minimization of dishonest behavior. So the employees and the workers are kept under check. That is another importance of controlling. And finally, facilitating coordination in action. Now, all the departments are coordinated and interrelated, and they depend upon each other. So if in every department there's a need for control, if in one department the things are not going according to plan, then it is going to affect the other departments also. For example, if the marketing department wants to sell 3,000 television, then production has to make, then only they will sell. So if in production department the production is not taking place at that pace, then in that case marketing cannot sell. So coordination cannot take place unless there's proper control in each and every organization. So each and every department, now each and every department has got their own predetermined standards. They've been told what they have to do, and because they have the standards maintained, they are meeting them, they're controlling them, they're ensuring that it is being met. Therefore the entire organization is being properly coordinated. So these are the importance of controlling. Now that brings us to the case study. So list any 2 reasons why it is considered an indispensable function of management. Name the function and list. So we'll first read the question as always, and then we'll go about looking for the answer. So here they're asking 2 reasons why you think this is an indispensable function, and name the function also. Banwari Lal is a cloth merchant in Karol Bagh. His grandsons are requesting him to let them diversify the business into bridal way. Banwari Lal has agreed, but on the condition that they will follow the function of management he has always followed, which helps an organization in keeping track of the progress of activities and ensures that the activities conform to the standards set in advance so that organizational goals are achieved. Now name the function and list any 2 reasons. Okay. So I'll give you a moment to recollect. Yes. And the answer is activities conform to standards, that is controlling, and he is able to achieve the organizational goals. And this came in sample paper 2019-20 sample paper. So the function of course is controlling, and it helps to achieve the organization goal. That is one of the importance. And the second is making efficient use of resources. Naturally, to be able to achieve the organization goals, you should be able to make efficient use of resources. So that's all in this video. Thank you.